Guys, it's time to finish up the Vitavon install on the Brenthel. This is the last of what I have right now. I'm going to go ahead and get the other stuff ordered and all that, but rear axle and rear lower links, this should go pretty well, a lot quicker than the whole transmission, front arms and all that, so we should get more drive time in this. Oh yeah. So guys, hey, let's get started. Now the arms are possibly the most important part of this whole thing. You know, the arms take a lot of abuse. You have leverages on them, hold the vehicle up, all that stuff, and they are a very well-known breakage item on just about every vehicle out there with a trailing arm suspension. Yeah, these aren't going to break. The rear axle housing is magnificent. Wow. Ooh, boy. This is awesome. If all you're changing are the suspension arms, that's a pretty simple deal. Just a few bolts, boom, swap it out and done. We're changing all of that. So definitely got to get into this a little bit more. First thing off comes the tires. As far as removing the rear axle, you got 4 bolts in a drive shaft. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the drive shaft. Simple, super easy to get out of this thing. With the rear end off, we're going to go ahead and take the arms as well. 1, 2, 3, and the whole arm comes off. If you're keeping the rear end on, you're just changing the arms, then you just have that bolt right there and everything comes off. Super simple. That is super simple. Now, as best I can tell, the shocks are actually on this hole right here. This will be the factory hole. So I just backed them up 1, but you can go all the way back to here, you know, for tuning purposes and all that. Say you don't need all the droop, but you want the control. Well, back that thing up to back that thing up to here, and you also have what appears to be shock mounts down there, so you can really tune this thing. A lot of tunability. Okay, guys, so I've got this off, and this is the first time I've had this off. First time I've put a wrench on it at all. Looks pretty darn beefy, but that's a whole lot more beefy. Now this piece right here is a bolt-on. This is obviously part of the axle. Yeah, much better. Now, these right here, are they supposed to have bolts in them? Because, kind of wondering about that. But anyway, go ahead and take this thing apart and see what's inside. There's a screw down in here to release the pin to come out. And if it's already tight like it should be, put the wheel and tire on there and it'll hold in place and you can break it free nice and easy. Unless you happen to break the tip off your tool like I just did. Wonderful. Oh boy, this is not good. I decided to take this loose by just taking it out like that, and there are some bearings that are already locked up on both of them. This one, not such a big deal, but oh boy, I gotta really do some work on this. But we have all this sand. Let's see here. Golly. Let me take a couple more bolts out and see what happens. Yep, had to pop it loose, and this is what's inside the rear axle. Wow. Guys, if you have the SBR2 like I've got, make sure you put some bolts in there. This kind of sucks. Oh boy. Pretty much all the bearings are toast. Wow. Geez. This is horrible. Well, I got it out. It took heat and a hammer to knock the pin out. And once the pin was out, then the set screw started moving. Wow, what a pain. So those are now done. Now I got to clean this thing up. Wow. And pretty sure those bearings there are toast as well. Already put new bearings in those. Okay, so this right here is ready to be finished up. Got some earplugs into that. The catastrophe, that was these right here. Those bolts should have been in there. I'm kind of, I'm not, you know, I don't have a lot of Losi products. And I do know there's a rule where you're supposed to go through and check bolts and this and that. These simply were not even in there. So You know, even if I was checking bolts like I should have been doing, I wouldn't have even noticed. But, wow. Anyways, I am making progress, and we'll be putting this into the Vitavon housing here in just a few seconds. This took way too much time to clean up and fix. Oh, man. So, anyway, we've got this monster to go in, and that, I guarantee you, has no stupid holes without bolts. Oh, man. What a pain that was. I want you guys to look and see how well made this is inside. Look at that. Completely locks the diff into place. That is awesome. These right here are set with a recess right here so everything gets locked into place. Beautiful job. So this is ready to go, and I'm going to pack it with some grease. The grease is probably going to fling off of it and get caught up on the sides. But I'm also going to add a little bit of grease to the outside edges. The area where I run is super sandy, and although I'm sure this is 150% better than the stock one, I don't want to take any chances. This big, beautiful Vitavon piece is ready to go in. And just a reminder, make sure you got bolts in those holes or you'll end up with the same stuff that I did with there. This one, I don't know if I'm going to clean it up or just toss it. Wow, that thing was a mess. This is not. It's beautiful. Can't you see it? Now, the easy part of this is going to be putting the axle back in here. And I say easy because I went through a mess. You guys saw the mess. So I'm going to get this put back in. I did find the braces that go from here all the way to here. The big metal braces, the really nice ones. So I'm going to try to get those ordered. They are not in the US, so it might take a little while. So we got the floppy back in for a while. But anyway, yep, I'm just going to go ahead and bolt this back on and show you guys the end result. There it is. Holy moly. That is so much beauty right there. And notice, no fake brakes, no fake calipers. It's just kind of not my thing once I modify these. They just don't go back on. Well, here we go. I can tell you one thing. It rolls easier. I didn't realize just how bad that back end had got in, 3 runs. But it's very sandy where I'm running, and there was like 6 open holes. The front just blasting right into it. But look at all that shiny right there. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You know what? When it's all said and done, after I get done running this thing and I get all my Vitavon on here, I just got to look at that again. That thing is going to be sandblasted. Okay, let's get this thing powered up and outside. Before we do that, I want to let you guys know I put the 0-degree hubs on here. So no more towing in the back. Oh, and just to let you guys know, I put the 0 degrees hubs on. So no more towing in the back. We'll see how this works out. Well, guys, let's see here. Nice. So dusty. Oh! I hit that. That was a bit rough. Nice. Oh, I guess we're going down here. This is such a fun spot right here where they kind of tore everything up. Works out great for us. Wow. Tell you what, that earplug I put in the rear end is helping out. Maybe also the straight knuckles or the straight ends without the toe end, because this thing is just whipping right around. That's whipping around kind of like UDR right there, and I kind of like that. Oh, oh, oh! Ha 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 ha! Such a smooth truck. I got some tire rubbing on the back fender. Not sure if the chassis is, oh, look at that suspension move. Not sure if the chassis is flexing, allowing, oh my God, I gotta get this on slow motion. That's amazing. Hang on. Had to check out that slow-mo for a second. I can't wait till I get those chassis stiffeners, that thing on the back, because wow, this hip flex, it's like a limp banana. Oh man. I love how the suspension moves. I'm not planning to do any mods to the suspension. Wow. Oh! Yeah, this thing is awesome. No! There we go. Straightening out those rear C-hubs gave me some body rub issues. This thing, wow, I'm impressed. This thing is awesome. This is an awesome truck. The thing drives great. I had no idea that it was literally missing 6 screws into that rear axle. That caused a bunch of problems. And luckily for me, I already had this stuff in, got 3, maybe 4 runs on it at the most. So luckily I was able to get in there and I only had some bearing issues. Sure, I broke the tip of my wrench, my hex wrench in there, but I was able to get that out. I'll probably go by Sean Lorman and see if he has any more tips. He usually carries those. That's Sean Lorman of Jack's RC Recycle and Repair. The vehicle itself is phenomenal. I love the way the thing floats. As far as the big, massive jumps, I'm not really planning on doing much more than what you guys just saw. Is it going to get sent at some point in time? Absolutely. You know it will. But the long jumps like that, that's kind of close to scale because you've actually seen some of these trucks, they jump roads and stuff. They just get out there and just kind of sail a little bit. So, yeah, and the thing absorbs it. It runs good. I really like this truck. I really do. Just put some bolts in that back axle. Yeah, but guys, hopefully you liked the video. In that description, I'll put links to all the Losi Vitavon stuff and all that. The Losi truck itself, I'll get all that in there. So, yeah, I'm happy with the truck. I really am. Guys, check that description. Affiliate links, AMAN, eBay, Amazon, and Horizon. They help out the channel when you guys use them. Oh, and I want to point out, I'm going to trim the back fenders. Adding the 0 degree the toe ends at the back. Looks like I've got a clearance issue back there. But regardless, awesome truck. Guys, thank you all for watching. Guys, if you like what you see, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell. So, in the description, there's a link to become a channel member. If you want to become a channel member, it's a very simple $2, $5, $10, or if you really got some money, $25 a month. It's a simple way to support the channel. So, get that, and I am doing monthly giveaways for members only, so you might want to consider it. So, guys, use those links. Make sure you're subscribed. Thank you all for watching.